But this is your Feel Good Breakfast show, which means we have a lot of feel-good stuff, especially when it comes to food and healthy recipes. Now, Pam does it over and over. This time round, she is, like always, doing it with Vital.
Espresso's back in the kitchen with Pam Pillay, who believes that dishes should be fuss-free, tasty and very, very nutritious. She's sharing a sweet delight.
Tell me a bit more about this cake and why it's so special to the Indian culture.
Okay, so this is what we call an idli. And it is a steamed cake. It's a traditional Indian steamed cake, which is based on a different recipe. So this is a sweet version of the traditional idli.
Now, I know when it comes to you, there's always a nutritional or healthy twist that you put to the recipes. What have you done with this one?
So I've taken the normal ingredients for the steamed cake, but I've decided that I want to add the homely oat for many reasons. One, it is really nutritious. Secondly, it is something that lots of people love and give them a better version of it.
Let's go through the ingredients. What do we need?
Okay, so we'll start off with some semolina. We're going to then add some cake flour. We then are going to make a paste with some yeast, and this yeast is the fresh yeast, so you can get that at your local bakery. And this just gives the cake a bit of a fluffier texture. Then we've got a little bit of sugar and some salt and some water, and we're going to use that together with the yeast to make a paste.
Fantastic. Well, let's see how we make it.
Simply mix together water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, salt and yeast till it forms a smooth paste. In a separate bowl, add semolina to cake flour and mix well. Then add in the yeast mixture and set aside overnight to develop and ferment.
We wouldn't overbeat this mixture. We don't want to agitate the yeast too much. We want to let it sit and ferment, and that's what we're going to do with this. We're going to leave it for at least 10 hours overnight.
Tell me a bit about this strange-looking flying saucer-like pot here. What are we doing with that?
It's actually a traditional idli steamer. So basically, all we do with this pot is we add water to the bottom, just about a third up from the bottom, and we place our batter into these interesting-looking plates here. We put them back in, pop on the top, and we steam.
All right, well, let's move on. Full steam ahead.
While the yeast rests, measure out the rest of the ingredients. For a complete shopping list, SMS VITAL to 33728.
So this is what our mixture looks like after about 8 to 10 hours, as you said. So what happens next?
Okay, so this ends up being quite a gloopy mixture, and then we're going to start putting in the other ingredients.
Add oats, coconut, sugar, baking powder and butter to the mixture. Grease the idli steamer. Pour water into the bottom of the steamer. Spoon in the mixture into the plates and steam for 20 minutes.
I must say, they look very, very good. Nice shape, and they look like when you bite into them, they have that cakey kind of texture.
A lovely, fluffy texture.
All right, so I think I'm about to have my very first Idlis experience.
While the duo tastes, a reminder to SMS the keyword VITAL to 33728 for this recipe, or find it on Espresso's website. Here are the main steps again. Stir together the yeast mixture first, then mix cake flour and semolina. Add the yeast and let it proof overnight. Then add the last ingredients, including the oats and 1 cup of sugar. Next, pour water into the bottom of the steamer. Spoon the mixture into plates and steam for 20 minutes. Enjoy the benefits of oats and impress your friends and family.
Trust Vital for your family's health.